Good morning, students. Welcome to my English class. We are in the process of completing the lesson January night. Suddenly, Jabra the dog heard of some animals in the field. Immediately ran out of the shelter and began barking. Halku called him, but Jabra went on barking. Now, today's topic, page number 29. Another hour passed. The night fanned up the cold with the wind. Halku sat up. It seemed as though ice rather than blood filled his veins. He leaned back to look at the skies. How much of the night was still left? The dipper had not yet climbed half the sky. By the time it was overhead, it would probably be morning. Night would last another 3 hours or so. Close to Halku's field, there was a mango grove. Halku thought, if I go and get a pile of leaves, I can make a fire of them and keep warm. If anybody sees me gathering the leaves in the dead of night, they will think it is a ghost. Of course, there is a chance some animals hidden in my field waiting. But I can't stand sitting here any longer. This paragraph explains that after 1 hour, it was being a severe cold. Halku woke up. It seemed instead of blood, ice filled his veins. He looked at the stars. Night would last in another 3 hours. There was a mango garden nearby Halku's field. He got an idea of gathering leaves to make fire of them and keep warm. There was a chance of some animals hidden in the field. He ripped up some stalks from a nearby field, made a broom out of them, and picking up a lighted cow dung cake, went towards the grove. Jabra watched him coming and ran to him, wagging his tail. This paragraph explained that he went into the field. Halku went into the field and pulled out some stalks and made a broom out of them. He collected some lighted cow dung cakes and went to the mango garden. Jabra too followed him. Halku said, I couldn't stand it any more. Jabra, come along, let's go into the orchard and gather leaves to warm up with. When we are toasted, we will come back and sleep. Under the trees, it was pitch dark. The bitter wind blew, buffeting the leaves, and drops of dew dripped from the branches. Halku said to Jabra they would go into the orchard and gather leaves for their warm up. Then they would come back and sleep. Under the mango trees, it was very dark. The bitter cold wind was blowing. The leaves were striking repeatedly, and drops of snow were falling. Now, next paragraph. Jabra had found a bone and he was chewing on it. Halku set his fire down on the ground and began to gather the leaves. In a little while he had a great heap. His hands were frozen, his bare feet numb, but he piled up a regular mountain of the leaves, and by making a fire out of them, he would burn away the cold. What does it mean? Jabra found a bone and was chewing on it. Halko set his fire under the garden and gathered a great heap of leaves. His hands were frozen, his bare feet numb. By making a fire out of the leaves, he burned away the cold. In a little while, the fire was burning branches in the flickering light. The immense trees of the grove looked as though they were carrying vast darkness on their head. This paragraph explains that under the garden there was a brightness since the leaves were burning, but on the top of the trees filled with darkness. Halko sat before the fire and let it warm him. After a while, he took off his shawl. Then he spread out both feet as though challenging the cold to do its worst. Victorious over the immense power of the winter, he could not repress his pride in his triumph. He said to Jabra, "Well, Jabra, you are not cold now, are you?" Jabra barked as though to say, "How could I feel cold now?" This paragraph explains that Halku removed his old shawl after sitting before the fire. Since he got warm up from the fire, now he could move. He got victory over the severe winter. Jabra too was not feeling cold then. Thank you.